Yo guys, I'm still Yellow, and today this Norwegian lad is going to talk about a topic that is gonna be about the intuition that a human being have, even though most animals have it as well. This is going to be more about how you work subconsciously, in which that is kind of difficult to talk about, but we will at least try. Some might not really understand too much about it, but all people have this more or less. Before we do that though, these gameplays are a bit old, but they're pretty good, so hopefully you'll enjoy some of the good shots I hit. And also, somebody commented about me reusing the old intro music. I could do that if interested, so yeah, share your interest in the comment section. Also to hack the comment section, because just commenting apparently helps out channels a ton, so that's a fun little fact for you. But anyways, yeah, so your intuition is actually kind of cool and crucial to you being a human being that can do important or advanced or just useful stuff. A good introduction example is that this is essentially your gut feeling, more or less, and it all comes from how, as a person living your daily life or doing like esport type stuff or whatever, you will subconsciously pick up on particular things the more you pay attention. And across a long time period, this will allow you to notice trends that you don't maybe consciously think about. I don't often have to think about how I will get flanked in Counter-Strike. I've played so much, I know when people will do it without thinking. That is my intuition telling me the information without really bothering me too much. Of course, sure, sometimes you might not be perfect with it, and sometimes it might just be luck or chance, but the best people will actually have this as an active ability in their head that always keeps track of what weird thing might happen, and so they will plan around it and do as good as they can. Yeah, by the way, this is very much connected to your muscle memory. So when I, for example, in the clip earlier saw a dude and yeah, I recognized he was an enemy, my brain automatically was like, you know what, you're going to nuke this guy and cut his head off. So yeah, of course you could see that I just, with my muscle memory, one-tapped his head and I was good to go. Pretty crazy, but pretty nice stuff, and go figure, this is basically what your brain also does in reality. Again, when you open the door, you reach forward and you don't really need to think consciously how you open the door and what motion you need to do in order to do it. You, without thinking, know the name of the thing, it's a door, how to utilize the door, and then you and your body cooperate with your demand of opening the door by opening the door. It's that simple, and actually kind of like, this is a simplification of one scenario and how it works, but it's more or less like this in most scenarios with most of these things in real life as well. So yeah, regarding rotations though, this becomes a different genre. So you have the physical type of stuff, you have the mental knowledge type of stuff, and then you also have the strategic stuff. The knowledge and the strategy often come into play with each other. A good example will be when people rotate, how long it takes. In which the best way to figure that out is to either pay attention to how you get, for example, flanked and killed, or how you are able to do it at the best time. A time as in how fast can you move from A to B around a place, and then you subconsciously need to know and learn how long it takes, so that when somebody else you face are trying to do the same, you will be able to, without really thinking, because you've done it so many times and you've been countered with it so many times, you know that it happens, and so you can take control and you can win more than you used to do before. That simple and that difficult. Again, this is about practicing a lot, not just a little bit, a hell of a lot. So yeah, let's move on then with some other cool examples. So in reality, I have actually well over thousands of times, probably way over 1,000, when I've tried to cook food and I put my timer on, my brain will tell me when the timer is done right before it happens. Almost exactly. We are talking down to like 5 seconds or 3 seconds, which is pretty crazy. Put my timer on 10 minutes, my brain tells me like 3 seconds before. So I can turn off the alarm and go over and get my food. This is just about the same, but it's about the timing of time itself. I have no idea if this makes me unique or special in any way, shape, or form, but if you guys have some sort of stories about being able to do the same or similar things, just comment that below, because it will be so cool to read what crazy stuff you guys have been able to experience in your life. I know at least the food stuff in my experience that have been like pretty huge. Like, it's been ever since I was like 7 or 6 years old. Pretty silly stuff. So yeah, there's that. Let's also talk about people in this greater context. So when I'm playing, not before too long, I can figure out which teammate might be a good fit for me or not in the team. And this is because of how people are, like, we are habitual creatures. We most likely will follow a couple of or basic kind of traits or paths in which we work. It might speak more towards how people aren't as unique as they might think they are, but on the flip side, people are, regardless of what I just said, so unique. It doesn't mean that your quote-unquote solution will help. So here's an example. Let's say that I have one or two really bad teammates and I want to try and motivate them. First and foremost, maybe they don't even understand what I'm saying because they're Russian. But past that, let's say they do understand me. Maybe they have different type of motivation factors. Maybe they need cheering up. Maybe envy is what will cheer them, or not cheer them on, but motivate them. Or maybe anger will be what motivates them, for example. In my scenario, it can be a lot of different things, but blatant motivation doesn't seem to have too much effect on me. Me getting maybe like pissed can sometimes be incredibly motivational, but it is not necessarily true as well. Sometimes it's just about me setting a goal and then I'm pretty much like an actual stone. Like I'm super focused on just being able to destroy everything. Doesn't need to be about that motivational factor, but fact is that if you're trying to be a good teammate, learning and figuring out what type of stuff can motivate people, eventually this will give you the sort of intuition type reaction thing in which will allow you to just do it better because you picked up on how this dude performed like that, and like you want him to do good. Maybe he's feeling bad that day, or maybe he needs some extra kick in order for him to perform better. And so you can use those sorts of experiences and try and apply them, and eventually you will get good. But again, like with all the stuff regarding rotations, practicing, and understanding how things works, don't try and rush it because it's impossible. It's absolutely impossible. It's better just to be lax with it and spend a lot of time rather than doing rushing, because this is really about your subconscious brain adapting, because the human brain is absolutely insane. So thanks for watching Hero 2 related videos. Support the channel by commenting those stories and whatnot in the comment section. This has been your Norwegian hardcore PC gamer. I believe in you, and have a great day.